Hey everybody, it's Christopher Nejman. Now I got another machine I'm going to show you that I have in my closet. This is another Singer. This is a computerized sewing machine. I guess they couldn't afford to put the model number on the machine, but they did on the instruction manual, and it's the 9970. Years ago, probably in the middle 2000s, Baby Lock Australia used this same machine and slapped their logo on it with a gold plate instead of this blue, and had the Baby Lock on. I think the Baby Lock was down here. Anyway, stay with me. I'm going to show you how thick of fabric this can sew through. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Now, I gotta tell you something. I am like super impressed with this machine. I can't believe how quiet it sews. This machine sews so quiet. Even my top-of-the-line sewing machine, it rivals my very top-of-the-line sewing machine brand that I own. So I've got an upholstery cotton here. Let's see what this says here. This is Jack Prince, designed from Margin Designs. Protect. I don't have what type of fabric it is, but I do believe it's cotton. It keeps fraying, so it's got to be cotton if it's fraying. All right, so I'm going to fold this in half, which will give me 2 layers. Then I'm going to fold it in half again, which will give me 4 layers. So let's start with the 4 layers. Cool thing about this machine is it does have the black button to level the foot out, and it's on the right side. So Juki also produces their buttons with on the right side. I gotta tell you something. When I put my Juki away and I pulled this machine out of the closet, this didn't feel really like anything bigger and stronger. But as soon as I started sewing on it again, I forgot how wonderful this sews. And it doesn't have that rattle noise like the traditional Singer machines have, that rattle noise from the bobbin. This one doesn't have it. So I don't know who this is made by. This could be made by Juki. This could be made by Janome. I don't know. I think there's only 2 or 3 factories over in Asia that make sewing machines, but they all seem to be either. They used to be all in Taiwan. Now they're splitting up and going to Taiwan and Vietnam. The true Janome top-of-the-line machines used to be made in Japan. Viking used to be made in Sweden. Bernina, Switzerland. Now they're all having machines made in China. Who knows? Can't keep up with anything. But anyway, so I have a size 12 top stitch needle. I'm sorry, size 12 universal needle in here. So let me sew. Just listen to the quietness of this. Oh my God! I could hear the foot pedal squeak compared to this. The foot pedal spring is making noise, and the machine isn't. Listen. And this has a built-in scissor cutter. I could see why Baby Lock Australia had put their name on this model machine, because it really is a nice sewing machine. It really is. Okay, so what was that, 8? Now we go to 16 layers. 16 layers. Let's sew 16 layers. This is actually drapery fabric. It's not really upholstery, it's drapery fabric. I love how this sews. It's so smooth. It really is just so smooth. Now this does not have a pressure foot dial. This is all automatic. Alright, let's see if it'll do 32 layers. Right? See, that was 8 and 8 is 16. Let's double 16. That's 32 layers. See, it's thin. It's a thin cotton. It's not really that heavy. But with 32 layers, alright, unless my math is wrong, you guys been following me, you tell me. Now this is just a size 12 universal needle. That's nice. That's real nice. Real impressed with this machine. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can find some duck cloth to try this on. Alright, I got some duck cloth here. This is duck cloth. It's duck cloth. Okay, people want to know what the difference between duck cloth and canvas is. Well, when I go to the store and I feel duck cloth is a softer version of canvas. Canvas is really stiff, and the duck cloth is a lot softer. Okay, so if you're going to be wanting something really strong and sturdy, go with a canvas. But if you want something that's just, you know, got a heavy density to it, the duck cloth is great. I like using duck cloth for a base of my punching, my felting. When I do my felt with my felting machine, I like using the duck cloth because the weave is a little looser also. Alright. So, there we go. 2 layers, cut the thread. I wish these home sewing machines like this would have a knee lifter. I so miss a knee lifter. And I think that's the reason why after I get these machines I get tired of them, because I like my knee lifter. I always want to go back to a knee lifter machine. Now, I'm not saying these machines are not good, but I think it's about time they start incorporating knee lifters in these machines. Now, they give you a little extension table, if you can see. It's quite little, and it's not all that sturdy, but at least they gave you an extension table so you can at least have part of your arm up here. You know, at least it gives you some support, where a lot of machines don't give you any support at all. So that was cool about this model when it came. That is so nice. Oh my god. So quiet. Just so quiet. Alright, let's try this. How many layers is that, guys? Have you been following me? Look at that. Look at that. Look at all those layers. Should I dare fold it again? Let's see if it'll fit. Yeah, that'll barely fit. If you could barely fit it under a presser foot, don't put it under. If you can hold it under a presser foot and you can move it around like this, then it'll sew through it. But I wouldn't force anything that's higher that you got to shove in there really hard. That's true for all machines. Boy, that's so nice. That is so nice. So I've been doing the testing on all these different models that I own because I see so many people out there, they're making masks and they're saying, my machine won't go over all these layers of folds of the pleats and everything. And every machine that I own, as you have been following me, from the basic $150 Singer mechanical heavy duty machine up to my computerized machines here, you're seeing that I'm able to go over so many thicknesses of fabric. So this is telling me that it's operator error, or you've got that one machine that does not have an aluminum frame by Brother. There's a few of those models by Brother, computerized. People are getting them at Walmart, and they have no aluminum frame inside. And when there's no aluminum frame, that means you're not going to get strong support, and it won't go over those thick layers. So yes, but if you've got a machine with an aluminum frame, it's operator error. Now I've got my stitch length set high. My stitch length is set at 3.0 for going over thicker fabrics. Remember, the thicker the fabric, the longer the stitch length. The finer the fabric, the shorter the stitch length. And then the heavier the fabric, the tighter the tension. Now this has an automatic tension. I'm sure there's an override here in the on the screen where I can override the tension. But for the most part, though, this is all just, I haven't done anything to mess with the tension. It's doing beautiful tension on its own. So let's see this. So this is one pleat. Here's another pleat. Now this is going to be thicker than what you're making, I guarantee you. If you're making masks, this is going to be thicker than the mask you're making, because I'm doing this on duck cloth. Look at that. Look at that. See? Never even struggled. That's a size 12 universal needle. Not even struggled. Not even struggled. Watch. Yeah, so for years I heard people saying, oh, singers are crap, singers are crap. And I think the people saying that are the people who own the vintage singers. And they're saying that the new singers are crap. Well, if they're saying that the new singers are crap, then all the brands are crap. Because they don't make the same kind of machine they did back in the 1950s and prior that were all cast iron aluminum on the outside and, you know, all completely all metal, no nylon gears. That doesn't exist anymore except in industrial machines. So even the top, you know, I've taken these machines apart and I looked inside. There's nothing different in these machines than there is in the top of the line $20,000, $15,000 sewing machines that they're selling today. They all got the same parts, and if it's got an aluminum frame, all metal frame inside, it's fabulous. It's going to work well for you. So I don't understand why people are saying they're crap unless they're just trying to compare them to the vintage. In that case, then every machine today is crap in their eyes. So it's technology, though. You want a computer machine or you want a mechanical? I mean, it's up to you. It's like people who want to drive a standard shift in their car or they want automatic. You know, it's a personal choice. And yes, those old vintage machines, as I said many times, they will outlive many, many, many more generations as long as you keep them oiled and cleaned. These computer machines will not outlive many generations because the companies will stop making the computer boards for them when they fry, when they die. That's the only problem. But the mechanics of the machine will still work, but the computer screens, I found out many companies stopped making the computer screens. You can't find them. So think about that. You know, I think that's why so many old retired women buy those real expensive computer sewing machines, because they figure, hey, I'm only going to be around another 15 years, so they're going to make boards in 15 years in case it fries. You know, whereas they say, I'll give it to my great-granddaughter. Well, when that great-granddaughter comes along, grandma's going to be long gone, so to speak, and by the time that great-granddaughter grows up, they're not going to have that board to replace it. No, they won't. So technology keeps advancing, but they keep wanting you to replace machines and keep buying new machines, new machines, new machines. Now, if you love machines like I do, you're going to buy them anyway. But for longevity, the guts and everything will last. Let's see what happens 20 years from now if sewing machine companies will produce a screen for an older machine. They might have a factory one day where they just say, oh, punch in the model and the brand in the model and of a computer screen, and it's kind of like those you know, those 3D printers. Maybe they'll be able to 3D print a computer screen for a vintage computer sewing machine by 30 years from now. Who knows? Let's hope so, because like I said, the mechanics of these machines are going to still be working. It's just a computer screen that's probably going to be fried. There we go. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And the stitching on it is beautiful. That is just so nice. Very nice. So let me show you all the built-in stitches on this machine. Alright, here's all the decorative stitches on this machine. Now the only downfall I don't like about it is this lid. This lid is bent a little too far, and I've got to squash my body down to look up underneath there, take a light and throw it up underneath there, because this is like an awning on a house. And you can't really see under here unless you're down below. And if you're a tall guy like me and you're sitting at the sewing machine, you got to squish your body down to see it. But these are all the decorative stitches this machine offers, which is quite a few selections. And the alphabet, look at that. This machine will allow you to sew anything from heirloom, tons of heirloom decorative stitches on this machine. Tons of decorative stitches on this machine. Buttonholes, where are all the buttonholes? There. There we go. Look at all the buttonholes. And then you have elongation. You can combine stitches. Like I said, you've got a built-in scissor cutter here. Look at that. Built-in scissor cutter, speed control. This is your needle up and down button. This is your reverse button, and you can sew without the foot pedal. Now, machines that you can sew without the foot pedal, those are great for handicapped people who don't have legs. But if you have a leg and you can use the foot pedal, it's still the best way to sew. But I'm glad that most machines today include a start and stop button that you can sew without a foot pedal for people who don't have legs, they're in wheelchairs that can't use their legs. So that's a great feature for them. That's a great feature for them. So even the handicapped can sew, you know. You don't have to put your hand on the foot pedal on the table. Just push that button and control the speed up here. See? And this is the computer screen on this machine. Let's see. So all these, go through all these, the screen of all these decorative stitches. Then you've got these button, this button here. Let's see, press it. There we go. You press that a couple times. That's once, then twice, 3 times over here. Let's see here. Then you got all these stitches here to choose. Just so many stitches to choose from, really. And then we go to, let's see, how do we get to the, oh, here we go. This is tension. There's the tension override, right? Tension override. All the different stitches. So I really need to study more about this machine, because I'm sure there's some internal settings I can set, like the beeper maybe and things like that. But I just want to give you a general overview of this machine. And this is the Singer 9970, and I'll have to go to the instruction manual and read more about it. Yes, you know, reading an instruction manual, that seems to be something a lot of people don't do today. Oh, wait a minute, let me ask somebody in the group. Hey, I don't want to open up my instruction manual. Can you just give me the answer? I'm too lazy to get up to look at my instruction manual. Can't you just tell me? What needle do I need to use? Do I have to change my needle? What foot is this that came with my machine? Can someone tell me what foot this is that came with my machine? I'm too lazy to open up my manual to see the picture of it that describes it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, I love you. Take care. Take care. And you saw so far my series of machines, they go over all that thickness of fabric. So if you're complaining on sewing groups that your machines aren't going over thickness of fabric, it's probably the operator not knowing the proper setup. So I hope I showed you that every machine I've been sewing on, I'm getting complete results. All right, take care, everybody. Till my next video, let's see, what other machine do I have in my closet that I can pull out? You'll have to wait till the next video and see. All right, wear your mask and be safe. Because I see so many people today not wearing their mask at the store. Holy God, the next wave is going to kill so many people. But that's okay. There'll be a lot more job openings from those dead people who refuse to protect themselves. All right, love you all. Take care. Bye.